The timing.
So, my heart rate is at 150.
Literally, as soon as I said don't jump yet, you jumped.
It was so well timed. Hey, fellas. Okay. I think my game crashed. Hang on, I think my game crashed. Oh boy, so many things have broken. So many things have broken at once. Okay, F11 didn't do anything. F12, okay, F12 didn't do anything. I mean, yeah, Wait, no, wait, hang on. Alt F4 did something. Finally, I tabbed back into something and it gave me an option. Wait, we're back. This just goes to prove it. You do something long enough and it'll work. You press enough buttons. Something's bound to work out. Let's load up New Vegas again. That was weird. That NPC, that bandit, whatever the hell it was, that was a load-bearing NPC. That dude died and broke everything. That dude was the coconut in the TF2 code that bears everything. So my thinking here is to have Odalie in the elevator first, just so we can then like pop Odalie in here right at the same time. My problem is if there's an intern. What intern? Hang on, I saw this intern. The little 3 smile with the baggy eyes and the poop haircut. It just caught my eye. My new favorite intern. I'll save you for last. I'm still gonna kill you, but I'll save you for last. The 2 abnormalities that I remember having the worst time with were the freaking train and the magical girl. But I would take her. I would still take Queen of Hatred if she came up, if that's what the die decided. I live and die by the D3. And then we have O-01-04. No! In the name of love and justice, here comes magical girl. Okay. I got a 6. I rolled a 6. That means I have to take in the name of love and justice. Here comes magical girl. Oh no. Live by the die. Die by the die. Okay. Hi. I'm not very pleased that you're here. I really wish you weren't, if I'm perfectly honest. I'm not feeling good about this. What do we got? The amoeba, child, and Strange Larry, and Strange Larry over here. Good old Strange Larry. Oh. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a lovely, I guess it's Tuesday, isn't it? Hello. Yeah, make sure my audio is going. Hello. White man jump scare. I just realized also, I believe this is going. Maybe? I don't know if that's going. It's Monday. Fuck, you're right, Gawking Pool. I'm so used to it being Tuesdays. It is Monday. And I knew it was Monday because I was like, oh, I can't stream on Tuesday. But I'm so used to my first stream of the week being Tuesdays. It's Monday. I also got like 5 hours of sleep last night, so... What else is new? But hello. Welcome to this Monday stream. Unheard of Monday stream. Because I'm not streaming Tuesday, tomorrow. Fuck. But anyway, hello. Welcome everybody. I really hope that thing is working, because if it's not, I'm gonna lose my mind. It was working literally before I started the stream. Okay, it's kind of working. Oh, well, there it is, actually. There it is. Celine! My crime, it's alright. Hello! But anyway, hello, everybody, to this Monday stream. Asa Rengear, Asa God King Pool, thank you so much for your contribution to Skeleton War with the Last of Frontline, always appreciate it. Lyric Lockman, and Celine! Hello, welcome. I can stream tomorrow. I got a lot going on during the day, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I'm gonna have the spoons to stream tomorrow. I've got a lot going on tomorrow, like not even work-related stuff. I got like other stuff going on. And so I was like, well, if I don't, like, it's more of like I can't stream. It's more of a, I don't think I want to stream. So I'll stream Monday instead. Then we'll be back on Thursday. Different time on Thursday, because I'll be doing a collab with Mortuary, playing probably Left 4 Dead 2? Probably Left 4 Dead 2, but it'll be at 9 Eastern time instead of 10:30. It'll be earlier. But anyway, Welcomes. Back over to YouTube. I saw that Mindy was gave a hydrate. I'll take a sip real quick. With my Pokemon water bottle. Thank you so much, Mindy. Hope you're having a good Monday. Gotta get that other thing. The Queen of Hatred. Please be gentle. Be kind. Hello, welcome up. And Karozu. Hope you're having a lovely, lovely, whatever time of day it be for you. Yes. White man jump scare. It's been a few weeks. It's been a while. But I really didn't have anything planned after Slime Rancher 2. And so I was like, fuck it. I have skeletons I need to paint. I can't tell if it's paint or a tattoo on your left ring finger. It's tattoos. I have tattoos. These are the only tattoos I have. Because before my wife and I got rings, we got tattoos when we got married. And so we have, well, granted, a couple of these are for like anniversaries. The Lord of the Rings one is this is Elvish script. This is like my wedding band more than anything. Lockman, thank you so much for your contribution, Skeleton War. The lads on front line, always appreciate it. But yeah, they're tattoos. The only tattoos I have. I don't have any. I am blank otherwise. Yeah, got my wife's name added to the aura blowers on my back. That's all named. I like, that's rad, God King Pool. That is so. That's really cool. My wife has several other tattoos, and I just don't. I just don't. You know, just dead cells. But Minecraft is not a bad one, God King Pool. Actually, that's not a bad like kind of mixing thing. I forgot what I did for my mic, BT Dubs, for these painting streams. So it's kind of in a weird place, and I hope it doesn't sound too weird. But anyway, Friday and a Monday stream. What is this miracle? Well, it's just because I'm making up for days that I don't stream otherwise. Oh, you can see where I've bitten my paintbrush and I've chipped the paint off the paintbrush. That feels sacrilegious to some degree. But anyway, yes, painting stream. It's been a while. Last time I did it, I did 5 weeks on a single Reclusian. I don't know if I'm gonna do this long term or if this is just a placeholder thing for like today, and like maybe next week I'll be able to pick up something that I want to play otherwise. My goal today is to hopefully, at the very least, get all the rest of this Iron Warriors on my Deathrattles over here. What does the overstride to me? It literally, it's so cringy, but it means a lot to me. It just says I love you. Allegedly, we just found it on the internet. It might say a slur, but allegedly in Sindarin Elvish, because my wife and I are big Lord. Regular, sorry, I didn't remember where I was going. Allegedly, it says I love you in Sindarin Elvish, because that's one of the early things my wife and I bonded over when we first started hanging out was Lord of the Rings. And so, hopefully that's what it says. And it doesn't say something horrible. But yeah, no, it just says I love you. And she has a matching tattoo. Hers is a little bit more, I guess, like flowy. The guy that did our tattoo, which was just in a mall tattoo parlor. We were in like Seattle. Or Spokane, we were in Spokane. He made mine a little bit more blocky, more masculine. Hers was a little bit more like script, flowy, more feminine kind of a thing. But we had matching tattoos. Cringe, yeah, that's just me, Sky. But then, because the first thing my wife and I bonded over was Homestuck. So I got, this is my subtle Homestuck tattoo. She's a Capricorn, so she has a purple Capricorn symbol. And I've got this like darkish blue, like cerulean type color. For Scorpio, because I'm a Scorpio and she's a Capricorn, so subtle Homestuck reference. And then we also got this as an anniversary one as well. I main Samurai in Final Fantasy XIV. My wife mains Gunbreaker, so she has the Gunbreaker symbol. Yeah, these are just like, this is wedding, these are anniversary ones that we've gotten. We haven't gotten them every year, obviously. We've been married over 8 years. 3 tattoos is not equivalent, but you know, still. Yeah, my wife's got a bunch of other tattoos. She's got one on each shoulder, one on one arm, one on each wrist. Yeah, she's got more. A Sam main. I am a Sam main. Started off as a monk main and transitioned over to samurai. Oh, God, cool. Sorry. I was proposed to my wife with an engagement sword. Oh, I remember you telling me that. The guy is awesome. That's so rad. An engagement sword is so fucking cool. No kids, not yet. We do want to have kids. I don't know how that's going to affect our lives. Like, how it is. Things change, obviously, when you're a parent, but we do still want kids. We just haven't, like... It's the thing where it's like, you never tell someone... You shouldn't tell someone, yeah, we're trying to have kids, because that's just... There's implications there. I'm just going to leave it at, like, we do still want kids. We just, for myriad reasons, haven't gotten around to it yet. I love it. It says add mortem inimicus. I know mortem means dead or death. What's the rest mean? But anyway, yes, I'm a Sam main. I love my DPS. I love my deeps. My friends think I should get a phoenix tattooed on my chest as a joke. I'm immortal. I think it'd be funny. Hey, you know what? They wouldn't be wrong. Anyway, I don't have the fancy. I'm painting. I'm painting today. Isn't that what happens? I do these like other type of streams where it's not just me playing a video game and talking over it. I will get distracted and just talk to chat. Putting Iron Warriors. That's my goal. I have some of it on some of these skellies already. Some of them need their second coats. I don't know which ones need their second coats. I don't remember which ones need their second coats. So that's gonna be a real trick. I know some of these I can like see there's like empty spots that definitely need them. So I'm like this guy definitely needs a second coat. This guy needs one because I think, oh, maybe not this one. Who is it? Was it the flag bearer? The flag bearer needs a second coat because I can see like there's a. You won't be able to see it because the camera won't focus, but up underneath the helmet here, I missed a spot, so I know he needs a second coat. Am I gonna bother with a second coat for that spot I missed? Hell no. I don't care. No one's gonna see it. But I at least wanted to have a second coat on. I think this lad might need a second coat, perhaps. Yeah, he does. I see a spot that's kind of thin. I get full back wax an hour before I got that. Prevent hair from messing up. That's true. That does. Yeah. I'm not hairy enough on any of my fingers that I needed to have it like shaved or anything, but I've definitely seen that. Matthias, hello! Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're having a lovely Monday. It's Monday. I'm gonna try and remember that. I think you got your second coat. I think you're okay. I'm also pretty sure my little kit bashed. Oh, no, maybe not. There's a little bit missing there. Never mind. You need your second coat. Poor Emmer's taught me to appreciate the difficulty of filming painting. Just doing the painting streams that I did, it is definitely a nightmare. Trying to get things focused. I don't remember. I've kind of been like half listening to Poor Hammer a little bit lately. Not a ton, and mostly like I have it on in the background when I'm showering or something like that. But I've been listening a bit more, and I listened to their like, oh yeah, we're gonna try and paint like everything in 48 hours or whatever it is, and how much of a nightmare that was. And I was like, man, that sounds rough. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be a slow bitch, and I'm gonna paint 10 skeletons over the course of 3 weeks. Like, eating a Rice Krispie Treat for all you guys? Hell yeah, man! I haven't had a Rice Krispie Treat in bloody ages. Bloody ages. Oh wait, so I'm a PNG because this is the only camera I have. So, Scout, thank you so much for your contribution, Skeleton War. The lads on the front line always appreciate it. So yeah, I'm gonna dive right on into here. I have the poor man's wet palette because I wasn't sure if this was gonna be a long-running thing, so I didn't want to bust out the actual wet palette, this is paper towels and some parchment paper. Wetted down heavily. Oh, that Iron Warriors is strong. It wasn't that strong a week ago when I last painted. Oh my goodness gracious. Lockman, hey! Not sure if you remember or not, but during the Valor stream I mentioned I was making some custom cards, right? Yeah, I remember that! Maybe Mr. Bones Joker you-themed? Hell yeah! Hell yeah. I'd love to see that if you got like blue sky or something.
And if I was going to get a symbol of rebirth tattooed on me, it would not be a phoenix cause I'm not a bird person, it would probably be a onk. Though it would probably be misconstrued as a Dr. Fate reference.
Yeah, those things kind of get co-opted and then they aren't really understood anymore. Oh, this is a bad spot for this paper towel. Oh, that's not too bad, I guess. My almost finished painting project looms behind me like a control for having easy parts to paint. Oh no. It's good to only pick them up because it was on sale. Hell yeah. You know what? I don't blame you one bit. But yeah, no, like things would get co-opted like that. Definitely be misconstrued as a Dr. Fate thing, or like I'm sure there's something like I'm trying to think. Like, I almost want to say like there's something Fortnite related that you'd probably get misconstrued on by having something. I don't know why Fortnite was the first thing that came to mind for the Onk. But that's what did. I couldn't tell you why. Probably could have made this little dent in his head lighter, so I could have just done the skeleton horde in it, but live and learn. And now here's the part where I've transitioned into actually painting and the focus sets in. These little bastards are very, very much smaller than the Reclusian. And the fact that I have to paint a billion of them, that's an exaggeration, but I have to paint enough of them to field them because I like skellies. I do have a Nurgle symbol tattooed on the back side of my left hand. I got a heap load of shit from my coworker who also does work within a hospital. That's funny that, you know what, being the coroner with the Nurgle symbol is, it's very funny to me. Being anything medically professional, like in the medical profession, with something Nurgle related would be very funny. Could you imagine being like the head of the CDC and you have a Nurgle tattoo? Like, Fortnite includes everything, then all my kids think that's where it comes from. I mean, yeah. Oh, is that... I mean, did Peter Griffin ever get the... Oh, is that Peter Griffin from Fortnite? Did that ever hit? Because I know Family Guy's like a weird... has weird staying power. Maybe not weird, but has a lot of staying power. Guys, it's MacLeod now. Oh, especially these stupid fucking pauldrons. Not that there's anything wrong, I guess, with I guess let me just put that out there. There's nothing wrong with fandom or reference tattoos. One of my wife's tattoos is Dragonair. Because that's her favorite Pokemon. Her and her best friend got Pokemon tattoos not too long ago. Intense focus. That might also be a Moon Knight reference or a Clone Suit reference. Oh, that's fair. Trust a Nurgle cultist has head of season 2 because I trust our current one. Yeah, you ain't wrong. At least at a certain degree, a Nurgle cultist would actually have some idea of how diseases work. Imagine having to paint eyes shaped like Spider-Man eyes on a perfectly white model's face. I certainly can't. It's not like to do anything. Oh no. I do have some Marvel Crisis Protocol models that I haven't painted. I've also only built half of them from the starter kit. Well, half the characters. I haven't built any of the terrain or anything yet. And yeah, they're kind of more of a pain to put together than the Warhammer models, honestly. Just a little bit more here. Posture check. Well, posture check is going to be very difficult at this juncture, because I'm going to be very hunched over. I guess I could just try and straighten my back a bit so I can be not shrimping as much. I see the joke. Un momento, por favor. I wanted to get this bracer done here. Since I just reloaded my brush. Speaking of jokes here, I'll get their scout. We don't have to agree on what they want to do, kind of thing. It's yeah, you know, it's like you know, you can identify the smartest kid in the class when they get every question on the test wrong. It'd be like that, but with a Nurgle cultist. Alright, I got the bracer. That's all I wanted from that load up. That load up. Posture, I'm trying! Posture, okay, prepare to break. I do need to give sound effects to like the joke redeem and the posture check and the stretch and everything. I gave it to the hydrate one. Now I need to do it for other things. Let me pull up a joke over here real quick. I can actually pull it up on my computer. I don't have a game. As we're getting the next stage of this process. Yeah. Playing Halo or God of War, and your little cousin comes by and says, they made a game of the dude from Fortnite." Yeah. Golly, there was, I don't remember who it was, but that was actually one of the characters they added to Fortnite too. Going back to that, like, I don't remember who it was, but it was like, oh yeah, like this character from Fortnite, and it was like, no, child. Here we go, other jokes. Boop ba da ba ba doo bow wow. Here we go. How about this? Maniacs, hello, welcome. Hope you're having a lovely Monday. Welcome to the stream. I'm about to tell a joke here, because Scout redeemed one. Here we go. Did you hear about the mediocre restaurant on the moon? It is great food, but no atmosphere. That one's kind of dumb. That one's kind of dumb. Anyway, was Hatsune Miku? I don't think it was Hatsune Miku. It was. God, I wish I could remember who the hell it was. It was a pop culture character, and they're like, oh yeah, this character from. I feel like it was like more like an older, like reference character. That was a bad one. That was a bad one for sure. The Potter should be a series of joint pops. Yeah, that's kind of what made me think about it. Is that making like a bone popping or something, or a knuckle, or yeah, joint cracking. Good. Glad you liked it. Nikki, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you have a lovely Monday. And there's a parody of "You Had a Bad Day," but so you had a bud do. But dude just makes me think of the one time I tried a Nuzlocke run. My poor Badoo. Never stood a chance. It's a good one. Hey, it's yours. I found it off some other website. That ain't mine. I just looked up like actually funny bad jokes, I think, for that one, and it came up. So there you go. That was way too much paint or water. Excuse me. Except one of those characters with several pops, and it's just the pops. Oh golly! I mean, the thing is, I could Foley my own sound effects for it as well. I pop my knuckles fairly often, or if I have a really good back popping. Though I never know when my back is gonna pop like really nice. It just kind of happens, and I'll be like, oh. I don't think I'm gonna really bother with doing a second coat on the design in the middle of the shield. I just want to kind of get the edge a bit, because fuck that. Also, if it looks a little scuffed, then it kind of works because they're skeletons. Oh, that's a hydrate. Un momento. I got way too much paint. It's fine. It'll wash out with the known oil. Thank you, the hydrate. Everybody take a sip. Matthias, why do glassworkers hate fixing windows? I don't know. Why do glassworkers hate fixing windows? So, did you know that in an alternate universe somewhere, Badoo is considered to be just as OP as Arceus, and the small little poisonous blood is actually a god killer? Goodness gracious. Is that real? Chad, is that real? Quench your bones, Clive. I did quench my bones. I kept them hydrated. Oh, this thing is a pain in the ass. There's a bunch of red I missed in there, motherfucker. I don't have my red on me. I mean, it's in my paint box. I just don't have it. Did I not paint the inside of this? I don't think I did. Am I an idiot? What the fuck? What the beans? In case VTuber underwear. I'm trying to start a Badu cult. The cult of the Badu. Because it's a pain. Oh, that's a good one, actually. I actually like that. You liking this different music? I opted to not use the same thing that I did during the Reclusian, because that music service is really neat, but they only allow for music on Twitch and YouTube, which is generally fine. But like, if there's anything that happens and I want to make a clip out of it, especially if there's like a joke that happens, it makes it really hard to clip it and make a short out of it, to put on like TikTok and Tumblr and Blue Sky. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna grab one of Kevin MacLeod's really long pieces, and we're just gonna use that. Maybe it's just the way that light was. Maybe I did get that, and it's just the way the light was hitting it was weird. Because this light, this Grieve is kind of doing the same thing. Did I hear the name of a certain anime ship captain from a certain anime game that starts with a G? Harlock? That's started with G. I was trying to think. I was like, what was the name of that older anime ship, like space anime? Playing the Balatro Cryptid mod. I didn't even know there was a Cryptid mod. I haven't really played a lot. I actually haven't played any. I can't even say I haven't played a lot of. I haven't played any modded Balatro. I don't play a lot of modded games, to be quite honest. Not through like a purist standpoint. I just don't. I just like really think to do it. I'm normally just extremely content with whatever a base game is, and so I just don't ever think I'm modding anything. The only game that I've really played modded, and it really wasn't even through my own efforts, was I was a part of a Minecraft SMP years ago, and it was all heavily modded. Yeah, I just don't think to do it, honestly. Genghis Khan, yes, the famous anime spaceship captain, Genghis Khan. I'd watch that. I'd watch that anime. My wife and I started rewatching, but I liked the second season of Solo Leveling enough that I was like, we should watch Solo Leveling, because the second season is actually pretty dope. And so we started watching season 1, so she can get caught up when we start watching season 2 again. But watching season 1 again of Solo Leveling, I'm like, man, before I had the issue where I was like, I mean, it's fine, like, Solo Leveling's not the worst, like, it's definitely a fine anime to watch, I'm not getting blown away by anything. But now I have a different issue where I'm watching the first season and going, man, the second season's so much better. Can I just get to the second season again? Pan, hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hope we're having a lovely Monday. I almost said Tuesday again, chat. I need you to know that I'm an idiot. But yeah, no, we've been watching, we got caught up on all of our other, like, regular stuff that we were watching. Zenshu, Apothecary Diaries, the other things, Honey Lemon Soda, which is a really just like the definition of a mid-anime, let me tell you. Time of the social contract is almost Tuesday for me. Oh, valid, yeah. Yeah, there's a weird Monday stream. I don't know if I've ever streamed on a Monday. But yeah. Is my favorite anime. Burly alien men screaming violent and punching each other hard. That's just JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Speaking of solos, what your opinion and a thought about Han Solo from back when? I haven't seen it. I have not watched the Solo movie. I heard it was fine, surprisingly, for a modern Star Wars movie. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet. You can watch that the light novel was pretty decent, but the books were too costly for how short they were. Couldn't just that's fair. Was there a time zone change? There was here in the States. There's good old fucking daylight savings time yesterday, so now everything's an hour off for the rest of the world. No, I think it's just shining weird. So I need the phone using my homework doesn't have root, which I really need to use this phone. Stream on other account and phone. Valid. Valid. There's how much I hate daylight savings. Oh, it sucks. Like, the only benefit was like, okay, at least it's on like a Sunday, so I can kind of like sleep in an hour longer. So even though I'm losing an hour, I can still get like an appropriate amount of sleep. I was wondering why I was so early. Yeah, no, I'm states are an hour ahead currently. I think it's an obnoxious place. I don't really have anywhere else to put it. Here we go, that's not too bad. My second favorite anime, Angel Beats. I've said enough, I'll opening to defend the anime itself. Angel Beats is the first anime to make me cry. First anime to ever make me cry. That was years ago. It was 2011, 2012 when I watched Angel Beats. Oh, I do need my Wildwood. Oh shit, I forgot. I gotta do the straps on the bracers and on the back of the legs. Because I forgot to do them when I was doing my contrasts. Motherfucker. I think we might have the same time done in a few months. Hopefully. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. I don't know how time zones work. Worst perfume that here in Cali, we voted to get rid of it several years ago, or but we still have it. Didn't we? Wasn't that a thing that happened, like, during the previous administration, where they're like, we're getting rid of it, and then it never happened? They're like, it's done. We're getting rid of it this year. Okay, maybe next year. Like, Angel Beats hurt. Angel Beat was rough. Very good, very fun, but whoo. The ending was something else. If I had a Death Note, George Husband's first name on it, I don't know who that is, and I won't comment for fear of retribution and or being put on a list somewhere. But anyway, yeah, we've been watching Solo Leveling. We're gonna probably pick up our Kaguya rewatch too, because we're halfway through season 3 again, and then we're gonna watch the movie because we haven't watched the movie yet. Your other account, that one, Neil Chris, sounds good. Sounds good. You go to bed, but it's an hour too early. Oh yeah, it sucks. But this is the hell we live in. I missed a bit of research first. Pass through because I don't want to get it on the red there. You annoying miss. Oh, what was I gonna say? The better did I say him? Ah, gotcha. I mean, the thing is, it's like, on the one hand, I know it was like to help farmers or whatever, but yeah. Have a good one, Scout. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good eat. Take care of yourself. Are you watching Invincible or not? I am not yet. I plan to. I intend to. We're, like I said, we're watching a bunch of stuff. We have our weekly anime that we've been watching. We kind of switched gears from watching Kaguya to doing Solo Leveling. But I imagine once we get caught up on Solo Leveling, or even finish it, because we might, the season 2 might end by the time we're done. By the time we're caught up with it, but maybe not. We're making a good progress on it. We'll probably go back to our Kaguya rewatch in between, and then I want my wife to watch Creature Commandos, because I did manage to watch Creature Commandos while she was out on her work trip before she came back early, and I thought it was really good, and I was like, we should watch this, and so I'm gonna rewatch Creature Commandos so she can watch it, because it was very good, very fun. And so that's probably that. But maybe once we kind of reach out, or catch up with everything that we wanted to rewatch, or there's nothing else that we're trying to watch, maybe we'll consider. Oh, excuse me, you animal. Invincible, because that's been on our list for a while. I know a lot about Invincible, so I'm gonna lose out on a lot of like the shock factor and whatnot, but I think it'll still be a good time. Oh, it's Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. Hope we're having a lovely Tuesday. If you want to know, does that make it imperceptible? Yes. Yes. Let me just rim this shield a little bit. My shaky ass hands. This lighter brown. The Wildwood shield that I did, because I wanted to do a different shield than the rest of my Deathrattles, it kind of hides the Iron Warriors, but this, I think this is like Dark Oath Flesh or something that I did for these shields, it will not hide it. You will see when I fuck up, so I gotta be very careful. That was too much paint for water. Fuck, idiot. Imagine my surprise my mom suddenly disappeared for a few minutes and she came up with a puppy. That is very surprising. What? So yeah. No, we were both. It's not even just me like intending to watch it. My wife wants to watch it as well, and so we just haven't done it yet. We watch a lot of anime. Not much else outside of that. My wife watches more like non-anime things than I do, but she really likes Only Murders in the Building, and so she'll watch that every now and then. She also really likes like 911 and things like that too. I just don't want I don't watch a lot of non-anime TV, which is why honestly, I remembered like going like. Well, I was like, I'm kind of out of stuff to watch because nothing was updating. Because like 100 Girlfriends wasn't updating, Solo Leveling wasn't updating. I got caught up on the few things that were out for it. That's why I watched Creature Commandos. I remember who it was. I don't know if it was Captain or Pop. Was like, you should watch Creature Commandos, or maybe it might have been multiple people in chat. Honestly, like, you should watch Creature Commandos, and I was like, sure. Oh yeah, I can watch that now, and I did, and it was good. If you mean Invincible's emotional roller coaster, does that mean your heart is immovable? Reachability is really good. My wife really likes it, and the little bit I've seen of it, it looks really good. It's just very much not my kind of thing. I'm not like that into that genre of media, but it was fun from the little bit I saw of it. So we have a puppy named Kane with an underbite. Oh, with an underbite! Oh goodness, little underbite pup. What type of pup is it? Okay. Have you seen Hunter the Parenting? No. That sounds like a haunting parody. A haunting in Connecticut, a haunting in Venice, or whatever it was. Which it probably isn't. Random mixed breed. Gotcha. Valid. Hey. That's what my pup is. She's just a fucking mutt. And she's so cute. With a myriad of health problems. I guess for reference, Pan, it's the same dog as before. Like, I still have her. It's still her and all of her health problems. I don't know if you remember. From way back when. Here, Hunter? No, that'd be Hunter. A hunter must hunt. Vebruva alvabusa. No, I've not heard of that. Now, Ogre Popinong. Yeah, no, your puppet. Yeah. Yeah, it's still her. We still have her. She's still her. My little puppet. That's your second coat. This is batch painting at its worst. So it's just skeleton after skeleton. But we're chilling. Takes place in Norfolk. No. I do not know. It has vampires. Norfolk. Vampires. I imagine you saying this like, it takes place in Norfolk. It has vampires. It'll cure your baldness. like an infomercial. Oh, that's not too insulting. I don't mean it to be. It's just my brain, that's how it heard it. It's got everything. Come down to Sparser. My friend's dog had puppies recently. My mom just suddenly decided she wanted one without discussing the rest of the household. Oh! That's a fun surprise. But not wizards. As that's Norfolk Wizard King. That's fucking funny. That sounds like, obviously not within the same genre, but that sounds like Chuck Tingle like level types of things. Like just the differentiation of like, it doesn't have wizards because that's this thing. And it's like, pounded in the butt by my own butt by Chuck Tingle. But that's different from being pounded in the butt by my neighbor's butt. That's a different thing entirely. I hope y'all know who Chuck Tingle is, because otherwise I sound like a crazy person. I mean, I guess there's no way to not sound like a crazy person when you're talking about the Tingler. Oh, I'm crying. God, about Chuck Tingle. How could I forget about Chuck Tingle? He's one of the most famous people from my home state. Or I guess Chuck Tingle's a very reclusive person. It's like Chuck Tingle and Evel Knievel. Like that's all Montana had going for it. I guess we also have like one of the very few openly trans state Congress members, which is pretty cool. Some crazy reason to roll with it. I mean, valid. It's valid. I don't bear a lot of cursed knowledge, but I do have some that I can share with you. Chuck Tingle being one of them. Niche gay erotic author Chuck Tingle. Yep, Chuck Tingle. I never remember it, but another one that's really funny to me is the lesbian Christmas tree one. I don't remember the exact title, but I think about that around the holidays, and I go, it's so funny that he just comes up with this. Like, it's just the most insane naming schemes for things and premises. It just doesn't matter. Chuck Tingle is so free. One of the most, the freest they could possibly be. These keyboards so weird, I don't know. Have you heard of Emperor TTS? No, I haven't actually. Is it as cursed as Chuck Tingle? I don't say Chuck Tingle's cursed, because Chuck Tingle's like a pretty chill person, like on social media and everything like that. They just have a very eccentric niche that they fulfill, which it is a niche, and they do fulfill it. Didn't think this would become the Chuck Tingle stream. Gonna be honest. Or if the Emperor of Mankind had a text-to-speech device. Oh, I've seen clips of that. I don't know a lot about it, but I have seen like clips about the Emperor with having a text-to-speech. It's a little cursing life, such as meeting the Felinids. Funnily enough, actually, one of our, like, we did the New Year, New Army thing for my local Warhammer store, right? And one of the guys did an Astromythos Armor Combat box as Felinids. It was very interesting. I was like, okay, sure, here are my vampires. I was the only motherfucker to do Age of Sigmar, by the way, with my Soulblight Gravelords army. No one else did Age of Sigmar. It was all 40k. It wasn't that many either. We don't have a huge... Well, I mean, it's a sizable scene, but we don't have a ton of people that really participate in, like, hobby stuff for Warhammer. A lot of players, but I guess not too huge on participating in, like, painting competitions and whatnot. But yeah, there was a guard Felinid army there. Worst of all, it doesn't have the Spanish, and you know what I'm talking about. I'm so mad about it. Oh, no? I knew the name of it once upon a time. Don't anymore! We shall throw our vortex rings that were already in the warp. We shall send them to the super warp. That's funny. I really like... I don't remember the name of the channel, but I remember that they had... oh man, what is the name? Balderon? Baldertheron or something like that? It's they do like a redub, like a parody redub of some of the like shorts and stuff from, I think, Warhammer Plus. With like Chaplain Bald and shit like that. I've seen a few of those, and they're really fucking funny. You're playing with your little battle brother. Yes, pizza. Food of the mind, body, and the spirit. You don't want fucking pineapple on your fucking pizza? They're so fucking good. Anyway, the guy who's made the TDS are making 100 parenting. That's great. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Nifty. Health update. Got my patches caged. Oh yeah, good. How you doing? I'm walking around. It's itchy, but I'm told that means my wound. Like, yep. That's. I mean, that's the common. That was something that I always had growing up. Was that as long as it's like itchy, it's healing. It blows because it itches like just like even like getting like small scrapes and bruises and shit. It just itches like a motherfucker. But that does mean that you're healing. At least as far as I know, as far as I grew up knowing. That kind of feels like maybe an old wives' tale, or like a, I don't know, I can't think of a more appropriate term for it. But that was something I grew up as well with. So, hey. Good job. You're healing. Alright, well, we got the second coats on a few of these skellies. Now we're kind of... We got the flag bearer to do another coat on, and then we can finally get putting on some fresh bones. Oh, God, that Iron Warriors is so strong. Why is it so strong? I used to love math until some man decided it would be a good idea to have letters. The letters, I don't know. I really liked calculus when I was in high school. I really liked calculus. It was fun. Which is just the fucking nerdiest. I'm so glad I don't have the nerd redeem live right now, because you'd be wasting your channel points. I'm protecting you from yourself, Twitch. Because I would have 100% warranted a nerd. Just have it locked and loaded for next time. How the hell did I get... Whatever. I got some on my thumb, and I don't know how I got it there. Is true itching means healing? Gotcha. His demon's evaporating from the paint. It wasn't that bad before. Like I said, like a week ago. I'm always afraid that smell means the paint's gone, like, bad. Because it is strong. Gotta go take care. Have a good one, Matthias. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out and chatting. Take care of yourself. Have a good one. Yeah, now I'm just gonna put the second coat on the flag bearer here. I don't remember what the flag bearers do in Age of Sigmar 4th. I feel like they're not as good as they were in 3rd, which sucks. But I just hit my headphones on my mic. I apologize. Did I really miss more plywood here? I'm just gonna put a little bit of iron workers there, make it look like, oh yeah, he's holding on to the metal part. Mostly because I'm too lazy to get up and go get more paints. I was in honors calculus band class in the anime club in high school. I was a nerd, as nerd could be, not getting to big over chess team. Just, you know what, you almost had all the infinity stones of nerdness. Sales tax. You missed out. Welcome, hope we're having a good Monday. I mean, I was, let's see. I've talked about this before. I wasn't smart enough to get into, like, the smart kid math, but I wasn't dumb enough to be in the remedial math. But so I was in, like, the same class with underclassmen who were smart enough to be in the smart kid class, because that's what it was. For them. But I was in drama, I did theater. We didn't have an anime club, but weirdly, and I talked about this with my wife fairly recently, there was a lot of people in my rural, fucking middle of nowhere school in Montana. Like, it wasn't like weird to be into anime, because like even into high school people were like, man, yeah, I love Dragon Ball, I love Sailor Moon, Yu Yu Hakusho, Inuyasha, which was like, we were talking about it and I was like, that was weird, right? And she was like, no, that was very weird. So yeah, it's just very odd. Something weird happened with math in high school. Whenever the class was doing good in math, I'd have a hard time, but whenever the class was having a hard time, I was doing good. Oh, interesting. I mean, I experienced the thing where, like, everyone was like, yeah, if you're good at calculus, you're going to struggle with geometry. Or if you're good with geometry, you're going to struggle with calculus. I did struggle more with geometry than I did with calculus. And I was pretty okay at calculus, all things considered. Not anymore, because I haven't done it in fucking years. You don't use that shit once you become an adult. But I definitely suffered the, yep, if you're good at the one, you're shit at the other. So, that was my experience, at least. And I became a statistic. When I was a kid, I was in a math competition. I got the answer wrong for like 2 numbers, but no one knows because that we actually won. Hell yeah, you love skating by. Smart kids classes suck. I kept getting put in one in more until finally I said 200 classes only. Valid. Here's the thing though, I was in a small fucking school. My graduating class was 17. I was valedictorian with less than a 4.0. I think I was like a 3.9 something, which just kind of shows you the bar was not high. Oh yeah. Anyway, which was, I feel like half the things we learn in school we don't use in the real world. Yeah. Which just sucks. Like, the thing is, it's not a fun class, and I don't, like, as a kid, I wouldn't have wanted it, but to have, like, an actual, like, home economics class, where you talk about, like, oh, yeah, like, how do you balance a checkbook? Well, you don't have to do balance checkbooks anymore, but, like, how do you, like, what's a proper budgeting for life, kind of a thing, which we did a little bit of, but not in home ec, and then another weird fucking class I don't remember of, but, like, how to do your taxes, and like what does that mean, and how does that look like, and all sorts of things like that, which we never touched on. I feel like that shit's way more important, but also, at least in the States, education is more often frowned upon than celebrated anymore, so I think I have an inkling as to why things aren't touched on as much as they should be. But that's more of a conspiracy theory, and I try not to delve too much into that line of thought. I think that's a conspiracy theory because I feel like at a certain point things are just the way they are because of idiocy. But the hydrogen is meant to be complicated, so the things we do usually seem easy in comparison. That's an interesting output. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but that is an interesting perspective to take on it. And who knows, that might be just very different regionally. Because I just feel like shit's fucked over here, yo. An educated populace is and a populace that is more difficult to control and whatnot. How did I get? I don't know what that is. I got a dark splotch on the red on the back of this flag bearer, and I don't know what it is or where it came from, but it's dry, so it's not from tonight. That's an example of the environment for my school. They got rid of the typing class, but kept equine management. Huh. So your school is the source of all the horse girls I've been hearing so much about. That's not true. I grew up in a fucking rural state. Weirdly, not a lot of horse girls, though. Which I'm going to count my blessings for. No offense to the horse girls in the chat. I knew a few horse girls in college, though, and they were something else. Like, hardcore partiers. Like, it was insane. Yeah, there were a few. Something compared to working out when you do any sport. You don't do bench presses when you play volleyball, but as an exercise that helps you get the strength you need to serve and catch. Oh, that's fair. That is valid. What do you have? Yes, you. How did I miss you? Forgot his little, like, hip shield thing. Good enough. Fuck it. I don't care. No one sees it. I have no idea what equine means or is. It means horse. It means horse. Or, of horse nature. Because I think equus is the Latin root for horse. It's like Equestria in My Little Pony. Horses. Horses, yo. Yep. I'm sorry that I made the My Little Pony equivalent. That's really all I had to go off of. Or like Equius for all the Homestucks out there. It just means horse. Or Equus, the play where Daniel Radcliffe was naked on stage. Horse. I think I hear someone's car alarm going off in the background. Either that or there's a weird part to this elf meditation song that Mr. MacLeod just threw in. It's very distant, which is why it wasn't so disruptive if it was part of the song. Which would be very funny if it was just in the song. Made a point to call it equine management rather than horse management. They made it for like an actual class. Well, yeah, of course. Like, you couldn't, like, it'd be a lot easier to pass something off like subnautical knot tying when it's an underwater basket weaving class. Much easier to justify the budget for that. I can feel myself getting impatient. And I'm making mistakes. This is the thing that happens to me with my paint. I get impatient, and I start fucking up. That is all the secondary coats. At least for the Iron Warriors. Now we have fresh, unpainted, just primed. Well, I mean, they have some paint on them. They have some brown, they have some red. But for the most part, they also have the bones on them. But for none of the armor is painted yet. Now we're gonna actually see things happen rather than just be like, oh, that's just more paint on paint. I took a bowling class when I was in college. I mean, I guess it's fine. Hey, I mean, it's kind of a sport. Yeah. All right. Like credits for college, yeah. I mean, I took a movement for, I mean, granted I was a theater major, but I took a movement for stage course, which was basically just dancing. But like, it wasn't even really like dancing with a purpose. It was just kind of just dancing. I'm quite honest. I'm trying to think, like, did I take any like really just menial nothing courses in college? Man, I can tell you my least favorite class of all time was I took a philosophy course because I had to, because I needed a philosophy credit about utopias and dystopias, and the dude who taught that, the professor, was one of the most pretentious motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. Fucking hated that dude. He was also the type of professor who was like clearly just in it to meet and flirt with college girls. He was a real fucking sleaze. Did not like that guy one bit. Do you want to go to college until a kid because friends are absurd? Yeah, just move to like Holland or something. Just go to the Netherlands. They'll pay for your college. Sounds like a predator. I would 100% believe it if that dude was. Like, I obviously didn't keep up with that dude after college, but and the thing is, I don't even remember his name. So like, even if I saw like on the news or like something like later where it was like, oh yeah, convicted predator or whatever, like, I wouldn't recognize him because I just fucking, as soon as I was done with that class, I forgot about him. Try to get as many scholarship type things you can. There are surprising things. There's a lot out there that I did not take advantage of. I can tell you that much. I think the elf meditation started. Oh yeah, community college for undergrad is a really good idea. I went to a private college, which was a mistake. That's not a mistake. That's not true. I don't regret going to private college. That's where I met my wife. I do not regret. I can't regret college because that's how I met my wife, or where I met my wife, I should say. The student, gross. But that shit happens. You know, there's people. There's a special place for them. Set aside just for them. Not terribly religious. Man, do I hope sometimes. Yeah, meditation definitely started long. Yeah, I guess we're only about an hour. It's only about an hour long. It should be re-looping pretty soon. She got very quiet. Jorgen Flanagan, thanks for your contribution to Skeleton Boy, lads at Frontline. Always appreciate it. And Pan, thanks for your contribution to Skeleton Boy, lads at Frontline. Always appreciate it. I don't know, this thing. good. Yeah, it just doesn't loop for me? That's fucking weird. Anyway. Okay, there's kids me. Here's the thing, like, I'm even like, I look at like fucking 20-year-olds. I'm like, you're a fetus. What are you? What are you doing here? Why are you in my presence? Man, thanks for the country scaled war. That's fucking. You already did that. You did a stretch. I'm an idiot. Ugh. No offense to anybody who is in their 20s or close to it, but like, I look at like kids who are in their 20s. I'm like, God, you're a baby. Like, oh, you need help with your algebra homework? We can work on it in my house. That's so, yeah, it's so, like, I cannot imagine that. It's so, ugh. Just, ugh. Alright, we got another teacher got fired for the same reason. Why is it PE teachers? I guess it's because you can, like, you get to see them be physically active. I don't know. I don't want to delve into the minds of creeps and predators. But 23 years and I'm not even 40. Yeah. No, it's. Be careful with your age, of course, please. I don't want anybody to be vulnerable. Has it happened twice? Yeah. But yeah, no, it's like there really is like a difference, like culturally speaking, even by a matter of like 6 or 7 years. I have no plans. I don't think I had any plans when I was in my mid-20s. Short of like being with my wife and just trying to survive. I've never let go of like my dreams. I think that's like the one thing that's like, I don't know about keeping me going, but I feel like at least in like more recent times, right? Like a lot of times people like up until the last little bit, people have been like, oh man, once you hit 30, your life's fucking over. That's it, you're done. But I feel like there's been a more of a push, and it's probably just because they're like, that's millennials now, and millennials actually kind of pushed back against it. Of like, your life doesn't end at your 30s. I think there's still so much to go after that. Birthday plan so far I got, instead of cake, everyone bakes something. Ooh, that's kind of cool though. I like that, man. I like that idea. But yeah, I just feel like there's been a greater push in being like, no, fuck that. Your life isn't done by the time you hit 30. Fuck that. In college I was 30, it's fine. He's got a ton of life. Exactly. You still got loads of life ahead of you. If Ichiban can do what he can and like a dragon in his 40s, then damn it, I can still chase my dreams in my 30s. What's his name? Ichiban Kusogaki? It's not Kusogaki. But no, like it's always like kids that say that's like by the time you get 30 you're so old you might as well be dead. And I was like, motherfucker, I've got a job. I've had a stable job. I can do what the fuck I want right now. Within reason most of the time because the economy's still shit, but you know. Okay, so in 4 years, y'all good? Yeah. I guess the moral of the story being, you're never too old. Take advantage of your youth, obviously. But you ain't never too old. Kids nowadays calling people in their 20s ancient. They've always been kind of doing that. Though I feel like it has gotten worse with, like, weirdly, like, there's been more of a push and being like, oh yeah, 30s isn't that old. But then, like, kids are like, oh man, being in your 20s, my life is done. Like, but it's like, what? What? I legitimately hate with my soul left that school. Like, oh, you can't make this up. Oh no. Me specifically. I'm gonna change the grading scheme for my school year if it 11 from some nonsense to a normal grading scheme. Oh, cool. Like only 95 was A, 94 was a B. That is insane. I don't remember what the grading system in my school was. I remember when I was learning to drive and I was getting like my learner's permit and shit, we got a new instructor and he wanted to push us all into doing better. And so like legally the state was like, oh yeah, if you only fail like if you only miss like 7 points on your driving test, like the actual driving test, not the written test, that's a pass and that's fine. You can basically skip doing the actual test when you come to get your full license. Or it was like you can miss like 9, I think is what it was actually. He changed it to where you could only miss 7. Or once you missed 7, he would fail you. You want to fucking guess how many I missed? I was so fucking mad. Because it'd be one thing if I had like missed like the legitimate like, oh yeah, like, you know, all right, I missed like 9 points or whatever. Like, if I had legitimately missed it, no, I missed it because of this dumb fuck. Because of his arbitrary number he picked. I was so fucking mad. Afraid I can't see him as long as I see other. Have a good one, Maniacs. Thanks for stopping by. Take care of yourself. Have a good one. It's really about cause that you got students of all ages and then some of the teachers are like 26, yeah. But they're like top of their field for whatever they're teaching. I've had thoughts about like becoming a teacher because like I have a theater degree. What the fuck am I gonna do with that? And if I had been thinking about it, I probably like should have gotten like a double major, teaching and theater, and then taught theater afterwards. The problem though is like teaching theater, you really need to get your master's so you can teach at the post-secondary level, at the college university level. I think generally speaking. So I'm not getting my master's because fuck that. I got docked in mine because the instructor was short and I sit in tall cars. Oh no. I think mine was because I turned my turn signal on. I remember one of the points I missed was I turned my turn signal on too early, not too late, too early, because it was supposed to be like 100 feet, and I turned it on at like 150, which like yeah, it was a lot further back than it should have been, but. And then I don't remember what the other one was. Or the other few were. It's been years. Well over a decade now. Since I had to do that, because I'd have been 15, 16 at the time. Almost 20 years, but not quite. He pointed out, as you need to see the back of the tires of the car in front of you when you stop. He could. Ah! That's idiotic. Shut up. Like, fucking... Maybe that annoyed me, like, hearing about that. It's so fucking stupid. I hate these shields, by the way. I love my skellies. I do. I love them a lot. I fucking hate their shields. Because they're they're way more intricate than they need to be for a battle line unit. But I can't just leave them be this brown color. This poop brown color. They need to have their little details in metal.
It's been a minute. I should clear out my brush. It's a very relaxing stream. Glad you like it. Or Rengear. Thinking Hermitcraft. Rengear. I haven't watched Hermitcraft in months. Yeah, this is just a chill painting stream. A lot of yapping after a very hectic Friday stream. And Thursday promises to be a little hectic. We're playing a Left 4 Dead game of sorts. I think it'll end up being 2, but I'm not 100% sure on that. That other one. This top one up here that I swear I painted, but it doesn't look like I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Chat, I made a mistake. I went to my local game shop with a buddy of mine, and we talked to one of the clerks there. Apparently, they're going to be starting up some Blood Bowl leagues in the nearest future, and I hadn't really considered playing Blood Bowl. I played Blood Bowl 3 on the PS4 a little bit, and I liked it. It's fun, but I never actually considered like getting into Blood Bowl itself. But talking to him about it, I watched a bunch of Blood Bowl videos today, and I was like, "Damn, this game looks fun." Shit, I have enough expensive plastic. I don't need more. Orion, thanks for the raid. Let me clean my brush real quick. Orion! Welcome in, Raiders! My name is Clavicle Clive. I'm a background skeleton from a canned 90s point-and-click adventure game who somewhat gained self-awareness, and now I play video games on the internet. Well, sometimes. I'm painting today. But welcome in, Raiders! Welcome. I give you a shout-out, Orion. Same _ Orion. 35. Nope, that's an M, not an N. 359. Welcome in, welcome. Raiders need to raid and run. Need to get up, get a drink, get a snack, take a dog out. Go to whatever you need to do. Please take care of yourselves first. Be happy to have you, though. Welcome, and how was Terraria? How was the Terrarias going? How goes the models? They're going all right. I got a few lads with their second coats on. I set them aside to dry a little bit, and I've been putting on some more on some fresh-faced recruits here for the Skeleton Wars. It's going all right. I've been yapping out all kinds of different things. I was just lamenting that I might be getting into Blood Bowl, which is another miniature football game, and I don't have the time or the money to be getting into a fourth miniature game. The Blood Bowl at least is a little bit more affordable. Were the good beat Plantera? Ooh, and Gollum about to get some beetle armor. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Love to hear it, love to hear it. I still need to play Terraria at some point. But why not? Because they're expensive. Like this box here, this box of skeletons, I think is like $50 for 10 of them. No, maybe it's 20. I think it's 20, which isn't too bad actually. It's one of the more affordable boxes. And like Blood Bowl, which is a football-esque thing, miniature game, you get your full team at least for like $55, $60. But that doesn't include the field, or the dice, or the gauges, or anything else that you need. But it looks like a lot of fun! And it is more affordable. Blood Bowl is more affordable. Yeah. Good and would recommend it. I probably will play it at some point. I just need to actually commit to doing it. I see, yeah, no. So like getting a full army, and here's the thing. This is for Age of Sigmar, Games Workshop's fantasy line, or one of their fantasy lines. And you play it based on points, and like a full army is like 2,000 points. These guys cost 100 points for 10 of them. And you need other things other than skeletons to win a game. And so like, they are relatively affordable for, what they are, but I still need to get a lot of other things to make my army effective, like vampires and bigger vampires. But yeah, it's a money thing, because like I said, but Blood Bowl is much more cost effective, because you can get your full team for like $55. And again, that doesn't include paint or the pitch or the dice or anything like that, but it just looks like a lot of fun. It just looks silly, it looks goofy. Yeah, it was a mistake on my part. Too dark. Get real dark under here, and I need to stabilize my hand, please. My shaky ass hands. Okay, fine. Good enough. Then there's a time commitment involved. A full game of Age of Sigmar takes anywhere between like 2 and 3 hours, or it's supposed to. So like you gotta, and then there's the time commitment of putting the models together and painting them, which putting them together is my favorite part. I love building models. I like painting too, but like my order of preference is like building, playing, painting. But you generally need to finish the first two before you can do, or you generally need to finish the building and the painting before you can play. At least in like an official capacity. I know tons of people just play with mounds of gray plastic and push them across the board, but it looks so much better when they're painted. Now, when I was a part of the league that I was in with Age of Sigmar 2 years ago now, I feel like is the appropriate amount of time to estimate that on, because my memory is shit. I was the only one to really keep up with painting, because I was like, oh yeah, you paint your Warhammers. That's what you do. Like, you paint them. Apparently that's not not the case, at least not where I'm at, not within my own local meta. Everyone else was real fucking slow to paint theirs. Not me. I had my full, like, starter box painted by the end of the 3rd week?
week, I think. Because obviously I already had them built, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to play the game. But I was the good boy. I was the good student. I was teacher's favorite. I wasn't, because I was also shit at the game. But I'm very bad at this game, by the way. I want to preface this by I will talk about Age of Sigmar, but I need y'all to know I am not good at this game. Any thoughts on Kingdom Death Monster? If you like building models, they have a ton of unique ones. I have concerns with Kingdom Death Monster. I feel like Kingdom Death Monster has a reputation that I don't know if I want to be a part of. Because I've seen Kingdom Death Monster. I first learned of Kingdom Death Monster through Shut Up and Sit Down's review of it. And, whoo boy, some of the art and some of the models in that are something else. I've seen, like, the monster models are rad. I know it's, like, one of the first monsters that you face in the game. But, like, that, like, lion with the mouth on its stomach thing, that thing's fucking cool. But then you look at like the art and the rule book and you're like, oh, that's what this kind of game is, huh? Now this is coming from somebody who also really likes Dante's Inferno, the video game, and whew, there's some imagery in that game when you get to Cleopatra. Good lord, with the lust demons, it's a frightening experience. The pinups and the extraordinary number of models have genitals somewhere? Yes. Yes. So many genitals in Kingdom Death Monster. From what I've seen, I don't own a copy. I don't know if I've ever actually seen a copy in the wild, but from what I've seen of Kingdom Death Monster, and like just through like I've found them like, or I've stumbled upon them by accident, just looking up like other models for things. Like I'll go on Etsy and be like, oh hey, like what can I get some like unique like skeletons or something like that. And like, or if I look up like monsters or like just various minis and models that I might be looking for, I'll sometimes see like Kingdom Death Monsters come up, or like models. I'm like, well, wow, okay, all right. I mean, I knew that's what this game was, but hot damn. But then, like I said, the rule book, from the snippets I've seen of it, there's a lot to process in there. There is a lot to process in the Kingdom Death Monster rulebook. Aren't they releasing like a second Kingdom Death Monster? Or it's like Kingdom Death something? I thought I saw there was some release or rumor about a new KDM game. Where they are getting their face ripped off? Yeah. Kingdom Death Monster is something else. It's one of those like prestige. I feel like it's very much like a lot of people might have gotten it not really expecting a Gloomhaven type of a thing, which it wasn't. But then there's a subset of people that are like just really into Kingdom Death Monster, which, you know, fair. Kingdom Death Simulator is a digital version that lets you play the normal game. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I thought they were making like I said, I thought they were making like a Frosthaven-esque sequel to Kingdom Death Monster. You know, new monsters, new town, new kingdom, new death, and all that goodness. If anyone doesn't know, Kingdom Death Monster is a very expensive, like, I don't know if it's a legacy board game, but it's like an adventure town building simulator, super grim dark fantasy board game. Kind of in the tone of like Descent or Gloomhaven, but not quite. but you like you also like kind of manage the town and the villagers, and everything's bad all the time. But it's a super, or was like a, it's like a fucking $700 game, isn't it? Haven't heard of a ton of hours in the game though on tabletop sim. Oh, fair. I mean, also it's on tabletop sim, so you can just, you know, play it. But I think the physical release is like $700, $800, something like that. At least it was when I first heard about it. Maybe the price has gone down since, but I thought it was like a $700 game. And I was like, man, I have a hard time justifying my Warhammer hobby. And when I bought Gloomhaven for like $120 on sale, I cannot justify an $800 board game. If I was gonna drop $800 on a board game, I would probably just buy $800 worth of Warhammer figures and have 4 new boxes. Dark Souls meets the plane of hell in Berserk for aesthetics, Monster Hunter for gear. Yeah, I remember the Monster Hunter type thing. I forgot about that. 5th edition D&D for the combat. Really? 5e for combat? I didn't know that. That's gear focused as opposed to person focused. Yeah, I remember like crafting, like getting the parts from the monsters being a big part of it. But also like I thought for contributing to town also, but I might be wrong on that. I didn't know about the 5e for combat thing. That's interesting. Now to me that seems way more simplified than I would have expected from a game like Kingdom Death. Because 5th edition combat is not complex by any stretch of the imagination. At least to me. So that's interesting. I didn't realize it was that simple, quote unquote, of a combat system. But just to reiterate the point, the game itself is not a detractor for me. It was the cost. Because I like physical board games. Tabletop Simulator is great, but I love physical board games. There's a big town bit. You create places to build equipment and do stuff each year. Yeah, I remember the town simulator part being a major part of it, which is like, I mean, not quite like Gloomhaven, because Gloomhaven isn't that in-depth for their town phase, but, you know, the town does evolve as you adventure and whatnot. I want to play more with Gloomhaven, but no one will play with me. I'm finished, so time to return my main account. Hell yeah. Yeah, combat itself is surprisingly simple. That is actually wild to me. Everything I've seen about Kingdom Death monsters, that is this big, like, the game itself is a monster to, like, overcome and understand and everything. But then just turning around and being like, oh yeah, and then combat's like Dungeons and Dragons. It's like, oh. Well, alright then. Roll to hit, flip card to see where hit, roll the damage, move around on grid. Interesting. I mean, the card flip thing, that's very Gloomhaven. But it's not 2 hit, that's your like dice roll instead, I guess. Excuse me, when it comes to Gloomhaven. I guess I could paint my Gloomhaven minis too. I have both base Gloomhaven and Jaws of the Lion I could paint. I really only wanted Jaws of the Lion for Hatchet, if I'm quite honest. Hatchet's so cool. Gloomhaven is another, I want to say Legacy Light, because there are ways to like reset it, but it's like kind of a Legacy game, where you go on adventures and like, it's an RPG, like kind of a thing. Not as open-ended as like a TTRPG, like D&D, but it is like an RPG game, adventure game. Monsters use the cards to see what they do, how they kill you. Gotcha. That's a fascinating system. I didn't know that. I don't know much of the rules about Kingdom Death, though. The extent of my knowledge extends to like seeing a few reviews on it, and then seeing the models here and there.
finish this model and then do the other 3. I put wildwood on this idiot's straps. What? Alright. I guess it's because it's the champion. I was thinking more about the champion. Alright. That lad done. Well, not done, but, first coat on. Ooh, Chris was never saw before. Man, weird. It's like you never see, you never see Batman and Clark Kent in the same room, huh? It's a stupid joke. It's Bruce Wayne. I know it was a joke. Don't at me, DC fans. All right, I need to get some more paint. 3 more lads to go. Oh wow, we're actually cooking. I don't even know how much paint I want to actually grab because we're getting kind of close to the end here. I'll see if I can do at least one more. I'm so slow at painting. I'm sorry, chat. Too much boobs, some else go a bit too far, and there's some stuff that's just bad luck. That villager you played has died. Glad you have 6 more like him to wear his gear. Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing is I remember there being a lot of booba in Kingdom Death, but a lot of very distasteful booba. It's not a sexy game, but it kind of tries to be a sexy game sometimes. But yeah. I wonder why I've never seen Batman and me in the same room. I don't know where this white bit came from in my paint water, but it's here now apparently. I don't know where it came from. And I'm going to live with it, apparently. Alrighty. Let's see if I can get this idiot done. Or at least one coat on. Goodness gracious. Ripley Boo! Thanks for the raid! Get you a shout out going real quick. I was like trying not to spill my paint water. Thank you so much for the raid! SO Ripley Boo _ Ghost of come to party with you. That's cute, I like that. But welcome Raiders. My name is Clive. I'm a background skeleton from a canned 90s point-and-click adventure game who somehow gained self-awareness. Now I'm playing video games on the internet. Except I'm not. I'm painting Warhammer models today. Welcome. Raiders need to raid and run. If you need to get up, get a drink, get a snack, go to sleep, take your dog out, whatever you need to do, please take care of yourselves first and foremost. Be happy to have you though. Thank you so much for the raid, Ripley. You were last playing art. How was the arting? How was art going for you today? Something of an artist myself. Spider-Man. Anyway, yeah, how was the stream, Ripley? Painting mini is so cool. I tried it once. It's so hard. It's something, and I'm not good at it. I can tell you that much. Like this is the extent. I punched my mic. I apologize. The extent of my skill. There are some people out there who are far better than me, but this is mostly just utilitarian, so they don't look like garbage on the tabletop. The art is arting. I'm having a good time, and I think it's turning out good. Hell yeah! Any art you can feel good about, I think it's like any crash you can walk away from, right? Any art you can feel good about, that's good. That's a good time. Squirrel. I haven't had that meme specifically for artists. Hell yeah! It's a good meme. It's got a lot of staying power. But yes, welcome in, welcome. We're talking about, what were we talking about? I was very distracted. Oh, we're talking about Batman. Only like briefly talking about Batman. We were talking about Batman nonetheless. But only very, very briefly. I'm just trying to paint some skellies up. This is for, if anyone doesn't know, this is for Warhammer's, or Games Workshop's fantasy line, Age of Sigmar. These are some little skelly lads, because of course I play the faction that has skeletons in it. Though not the most skeletal faction. It only touches on skeletons. There's another faction that's like all bone characters. But I don't count them as true skeletons. They're more like constructs made of skeletons, and so I disown them. Skeletons are pretty cool. if I do say so myself, because I have to. Otherwise, why do I exist? But anyway, thank you again so much for the raid, Ripley. If you need to run or anything like that, please take care of yourself. Be happy to have you, though. Be happy to have you. I'm gonna see how many of these skeletons I can get up, because I gotta get up early tomorrow as well. It's not gonna be a lot, because I've I think I've put paint on 6, so this will be 7 skeletons. Oh, I'm so slow. What is a skeleton but a construct made of human bones? Yeah, but it's not like the other, like the actual construct made, like the bone golems that the Ossiarch Bone Reapers are. Those aren't skeletons, those are constructs. They're false skeletons. I don't abide. Gotta go to bed. Well, you have a fantastic day. Have a good one, Ripley. Have a good eat. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Please take care of yourself. But anyway, I am anti-Ossiarch Bone Reaper. They will not be taking my bones to fuel their construct, to fuel their war machine. The bone tithe. It does not represent my bony brethren. These are true born skeletons. Raised from the ground as the great necromancer intended. Anyway. I think that cloth goes around here. Now I gotta figure out how the hell this lays. Very weird. It's very weird. I was trying to put brown on the inside of this. I did. But it just looked very light. But to be fair, the Dragon of Flesh, or whatever the hell it is that I used, is a very light brown. Thank you for the follow, Squirrel! Boy, I don't think you can see my shadow, where I was, like, looking around, like... very much like, I don't know what that sound was, but now I'm confused. But thank you so much. I don't remember any of my sound alerts. I only know the raid one because it's the longest one. It goes a couple of seconds, like, oh, that's a raid. Anything else, I'm like, what does that sound? Alrighty. At least this lad doesn't have a helmet or the shoulder pauldrons. There's less metal for me to actually paint on him. Or them, I guess they're a skeleton. I can't really tell their gender. We'll go with them for now because it's more neutral. Dig the humor though. Is that from me? So I won't be sticking around. That's valid. That is completely valid. You need to go get some eat. Please do not feel the need to stick around. The VOD will always be up on YouTube, though I will say I don't really know. To be honest, I don't even watch my own painting VODs, really. I myself don't watch them, because I feel like painting streams are one of the few things they're one of the things that I do sometimes that I don't really watch a lot of. Like I'll watch like how to paint videos or like a painting process for certain like models that are like, oh, it's interesting. I didn't think about that. But like actual painting streams, they're just something I don't really watch a lot of. It's not because I didn't like them. I just never think about it, I guess. I'm not by any means like an artist, so there's even like a point where like the process is like beyond me, where I'm like, I don't really know what's going on. But I respect the hell out of artists who do their like painting or their digital art painting streams and showing their process and everything like that, because I do think it's really cool. It's just something that I don't really watch a lot of. I guess I really thought about it until now. It's like one of the few things that I do that I don't really participate in otherwise. I try to do things that I also enjoy watching a lot of the time. One of my core tenets as a streamer is to make the kind of content that you yourself would watch. And mini painting streams just kind of aren't one of those. Does that make me a hypocrite? Maybe it does on some level.
We've reached the introspection part of the stream. I'm sorry. Other patient, considering you have been painting for around 2 hours and I've dropped off at like 30 minutes. I have a lot of patience, but for painting, not my thing. I'm gonna say it's definitely partially due to the fact that I'm streaming it. When I start streaming, I sit down and I go, I'm gonna do this thing. And I have a set amount of time that I'm going to do said thing. Whether that's play a game, whether that's paint a mini, whether that's do an event or something like that. And that's what I'm doing for that determined amount of time. I know a lot of streamers go like, yeah, I'm starting at this time, and they kind of go until whenever they're done. But for me, I have like a set, all right. Well, I mean, collabs are also a little bit different because sometimes like other people are like, oh yeah, you know, they can go until whenever. And so like my collabs with Sky tend to go like maybe a little bit longer, a little bit, or like during the Lockdown Protocol collab, I was just gonna go until basically when everyone else is done. But my own personal streams, it is me going like, all right, I'm gonna sit down. I'm streaming for 2 hours. I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna stream for 4 hours. Like I always stream, you know, roughly 2 hours, maybe a little longer. Sometimes like closer to 2.5 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Sometimes. I think this Thursday's gonna be a bit long also. I think we might go for like 3 or 4, but we'll see how that goes because I also do have to work in the morning on Friday. Probably minimum 3 if I were to guess. But anyway, my own solo streams, I stream for 2.5 hours on the weeknights and 4 hours on Saturday. And that is how long I stream. Outside of extenuating circumstances, of course, like if I get a raid closer to the end of the stream, I don't want to just dip as soon as the raid comes in and be like, all right, cool, welcome, bye. I'll usually stay on a little bit longer and like yap or do like a longer guess the game session or something like that. Just to greet the raiders and hang out a little bit longer. Just to give them a bit of a show, right? But so like, as far as this painting thing goes, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna paint for 2 hours. I will say painting and yapping is difficult, as I'm sure y'all can tell. But this is what I set out to do today, and having that structure, I guess, helps me have the patience, but I don't even want to say it's patience, because it's just me like, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing. Getting myself to motivating myself to do anything is a difficulty sometimes, because I'll be sitting sometimes and being like, man, I could be doing anything, but I just start vegging out, right? When it's like, oh, I could just put on like something in the background and paint my models, but then I inevitably just start like just watching whatever it is, and I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with just not doing anything. In fact, I think a lot of times that's beneficial and needed. Like your brain just needs to check out for whatever period of time. But I feel myself, I have an issue where that happens all too often. And I feel like it's gotten worse lately. And I don't know if that's because of burnout or like life stressors, the state of the world, where it's just like, I just don't want to do anything right now. But then when I commit to not doing anything, then I feel bad afterwards. And it's like, I could have been painting. I could have made some progress on, you know, getting my skeletons painted, or working on my necromancer, or whatever productive thing I could have been doing. But even when I'm painting like in my free time to make my way through things or putting together models, it also boils down to like, oh, I'm just gonna put something on in the background, and then I'm just gonna do this for
however long. It's very easy for me to lose track of time and just kind of keep going, which then inevitably leads to me. I laughed and I painted the shield, but I didn't want to. Idiot. It's fine. Like I said, I don't overwhelmingly care about this. It might even be wet enough still. I might be able to get rid of this just a smidge. Yep, saved it for the most part. It saved it enough that I don't care. But yeah, it's not even, to me, it's not even a patience thing. It's just I'm going to do this thing for a couple of hours. Something to do for me, schedule and lack thereof. I need to set a day for some school stuff coming up. Yeah, like having a day and be says like I'm doing this day, or I'm doing this in this afternoon. I am very much a type of person who struggles a lot with sudden changes in what I was thinking about having to do in a day. So like if I think like, okay, this day I'm doing these chores, and then like something changes and it's like, oh well, actually we need to go out and do this other thing, and that other thing takes too long, then my entire like internal process around that is shot, and the chores that I thought I was going to end up doing just don't get done in the end, because then my brain pivots away, like, oh well, instead of doing chores we did this thing, and now you can't do chores. It's frustrating at times, because it's like these are things that need to still get done, but now brain has pivoted and brain no do. It's super frustrating, and I try not to, like, I have to try and stop myself and be like, be flexible, don't get stuck, do, like, make sure you still do something. So yeah, it sucks. Cotton Kisses, hello! Welcome to the stream. Hope you have a lovely Monday, or whatever time of day it'd be for you. It might be Tuesday at this point. I don't know. ADHD brain ass. I've never been officially diagnosed, so I do not want to claim or self-diagnose or anything like that. I know that is a symptom of ADHD, but like I said, I've never been officially diagnosed, and I do not want to self-diagnose, because that's not fair to people who have an official diagnosis and have been living with ADHD. Absolutely not. No, I gotcha. No, the thing is, I completely get where you're coming from, Cotton. I didn't take that as like an accusatory type thing. That is me saying I will not claim, because I know that's not fair to people who actually have ADHD. Because at the end of the day, it might not be. I mean, it just might be my brain is like, oh yeah, and you're, I don't know, something or other. It's not my place to do that, and I'm not mad at you or anything like that. I'm not faulting you in the least about that. And I'll be honest, like, I'm kind of the mindset of like, I'm in my 30s. Like, I could get diagnosed, but what difference would it make at this point? Like, I guess I could get medications, but I also don't like medicating for a bunch of things. My family has a history of like of depression and anxiety and things like that, and their go-to, and there's nothing wrong with this. I want to be clear about this. There's nothing wrong with medicating for anything like this, but that was just their like bandage. And I don't want to say it was like a bandage, but it was just kind of like, oh yeah, you just take these medications. That's the end of it. And I don't like taking medications. I barely like taking Advil when I have a headache. And so it was like, their whole thing was like, oh yeah, you can get medications for that. I was like, but I don't want to. I personally do not want to take medications if this is the case. But that's always been my family's thing, and so like there's a personal element. It's not a personal pride thing. Is I just don't like taking medications willy-nilly, I guess. And I know for anxiety and depression and ADHD and things like that, it's not willy-nilly. That's something that does help people get through the day. But having like my mother, my grandfather, my grandmother, my brother, all be like, oh yeah, just get some meds. It feels like it cheapened it. And I feel like I'm just making like an ass of myself in like explaining all of this. But I'm not trying to cheapen anybody else's experience, because it's whatever you need to do to get through the day, right? Like completely, and I'm not even faulting them for seeking and getting medications for it, because if that's what they felt they needed, great, they got the help, and I'm super glad that they got it. But it's not right for me. I just always felt like that was the inevitability. Was there's like, oh yeah, we're gonna prescribe you this stuff, and I don't want that. But that's just me. That's just me. I try very much to like not sound like I'm being judgmental against anybody else, or I'm not trying to come off as that way, and I apologize. Anyway, come from a place of ADHD, it's a negative, not a major one. If you manage it all right, it calmed down a ton when I was younger, so I didn't need medication for anyone. Hell yeah. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like that ends up being like sort of like an end goal, but maybe it's not. Where it's like the idea being is like you eventually don't need to take your meds if you're able to find alternative methods of dealing with it, living with it. I don't know what the appropriate way of saying it would be, but anyway. Off my soapbox. That's what it is. Somebody's been down, I find similar to that way of thinking. It's insanely annoying. Fair. Off my soapbox. I'm painting a skeleton. Yeah. I haven't even played a game of 4th edition yet either. BT dubs. I should bet for something I wanted to play. I find that actually working on my hero while on the edge and then getting off the edge and continuing to those heroes is the best way for me. That I think that's like, to me, that would end up being what I would be going for. It's like, okay, if I needed to take meds, fine. But I'm taking these meds until I can find different mechanisms, different ways to, like behaviors and things like that, and different methods to eventually reach the point where I don't need to take those meds, because meds are fucking expensive, man. Like, they're expensive as shit. And I don't know what that would do to me, like, personality-wise. That's kind of another thing, where like I don't like drink to the point of getting drunk or anything like that, because I also don't like the thought of losing a little bit of control of myself. I've been drunk once, and I think the only thing that really changed was I got louder, and better at Smash Brothers. The only time I've been drunk was when I graduated college, and I had a bunch of friends over, and we played, I think it was Smash Ultimate, and I have a friend whom I've talked about plenty of times. We played a lot of Nintendo games together, in like high school and junior high and everything like that. One of my best friends would just destroy me at Smash Brothers. He was so good at Super Smash Brothers. Melee, Brawl, didn't matter. He was amazing at Smash Brothers. And so we were playing Ultimate after like my graduation night, and I was drinking. He didn't drink. And the more I drank, the better I got at Smash Brothers. I remember, I don't know how I remember this, but I remember distinctly, or maybe someone told me later. I don't remember anymore, but I remember something happening where they asked another of my friends asked him, and he was like, what's going on? I was like, I don't know. I can't beat him. I don't know what happened. He had drinks and he got better. Just very funny. So yeah, that's the only time I've ever been drunk. The only hangover I've ever had too. And we went to the zoo the day after. Which it was like
I want to say it was like 80 degrees and sunny out, and so it was the worst time to have a hangover. But yeah, that's the story of the only time I've ever been fully drunk. I've been tipsy before. Like I've been tipsy. I'll have like a drink every now and then. I'll get not like super drunk, but enough to be a little dizzy. But anyway, yeah. High blood pressure and heart rate. I was also underweight until I got fits. Ah, gotcha. Has effects that makes me good. That's fair. Would it change anything? Yeah, the same thing. Like I'm in my 30s. Like I'd find I could get medications, but like I don't change anything. Insanity. Yes, I know. I'm just wrapping up. Letting your inner conscious play for you, losing control of this master within. That was a good night. It was a fun night. But anyway, it's getting late-ish. I don't really have anything to do after these streams. How the fuck did I get paint on here now? I got paint here, and I got paint here, and I don't know how I did that. I even got paint here. Well, that makes sense. That was like the way I was holding it. But I got 8 skellies. Well, I mean, 2 of you have your first coats on. Yeah, 2 of you have your first coats on, the champion and this lad. But these 6 here, they've got their double coat of Iron Warriors on. I've got 2 of these still to go that need their first coats. This is why I don't have anything painted. It takes me so long to paint anything. Like this is why these aren't done. Because it takes me for freaking ever to do it. Just realized I missed a little bit on the top of the champion's mace here. Don't know how I missed those, but now I want to get them, otherwise I will forget, and then I'll be mad about it when I come back to them. But yeah, no, I've got these. So the plan is obviously to like finish getting what's needed on these. I think for these like white bits on these ones that still need these coats, and like they have a little like I guess chainmail like shirt underneath or implied down here. That's what that white bit is. You can't see because the camera's not going to focus. I'm gonna put some Runelord brass on that. Thank you for dancing Kiwi, right? Dancing Kiwi, right? Thank you so much. I don't know why I looked over here. I have it pulled up over here, and I'm dumb. But really, that's all that's left is I need to finish the Iron Warriors on these 2 and these 2. Then put the Runelord brass on the remaining white parts. Do a wash of Nuln oil over all the metal bits, because I did the red in contrast, so you can kind of see it even looks like it's shaded a little bit, and I think the light parts are light, so I don't even need to highlight or shade those. But I do, well, actually that's not true. I wanted to put along the blade edges, the front edge, I want to put a lighter silver color, so it kind of looks like, you know, actual sword kind of a thing. But then put the Runelord brass on that, then do the wash of the Nuln oil, and then that's these skellies done, short of, I guess, the arrow, the fletching on these arrows here, which I love. I love my champion here. This is not base kit. This is like the most minor of kit bashing. I just took an arrow from, I think from this kit actually, and just like put one end on one outside the skull here, and like popping out the back because it's funny. And this guy like he got shot in the heart. That's not base kit. That's me trying to customize him a little bit. But anyway, they're coming along. I still have a lot to paint, but I don't know how it's going to go with the new sets that are coming out later this year, because things are going to be different with how the skeletons and the Gravelords themselves are going to play. But yeah, adding stuff yourself, yeah, customizing them a little bit because I think it's fun. That's part of the nice thing about doing like mini like Warhammer and things like that, is that you can customize your models to kind of what you want. And so like adding these arrows here, like this guy, this isn't his, like this is the Hornblower doesn't exist in the Deathrattles. I was originally going to proxy these guys as a different unit that had a Hornblower, and so like this is from that other kit. Like I had a backup kit of this, and I just kind of fussed them around a little bit to customize them a little bit, but very minor kit bashing. Some of the things people put together are insane. Do you paint an artist? No. This is the most painting I've done in years. I painted a little bit for like theater stuff back in college, but this is the most painting I've done in years getting into Warhammer. And you know, it's been a couple of years because I got 40K a year and a half ago, and Sigmar about a year ago. So I've been painting more since then, but I am not an artist by any means. This is the most artistic thing I do of late. But anyway, I'm gonna call it a stream there. I'm gonna have to move some stuff around so I can access my keyboard easier. Alright, I want to try and separate the lads who have their second coats and the lads who don't have their second coats, so I can go back to those later. Maybe next week. Maybe we'll do some painting streams for a little bit. I don't know what I want to do on the weeknights, so I think I'll paint again next week. Oh, Twitch just hit an ad. I'll wait a second then. But yeah, I guess I can find somebody to raid while we're waiting for Twitch to come back. But anyway, my brain is not functioning. Like I said, I got like 5 hours of sleep last night. I'm so tired. But maybe next week I'll just paint a little bit more. Try and see if I can get these skeletons done. Maybe I'll just paint the skeletons done. It shouldn't take me too long, hopefully. That would be ideal. But we'll see. I realize I have crumbs here. But anyway, let me see if I can find somebody to raid while we're waiting for Twitch to come back from their ad. Boop 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 ba doo bop bop ba da. Who's doing hot? There's some mini painting streams going on, of course. Someone's doing a commission. Ooh, Soulstone's still playing Wild. Is Soulstone gonna be alive? This is the Dadbot VTuber. Yeah, looks like they're still playing. Can't see the crumbs, but it might be because my vision sucks. It's alright. I mean, I try and keep things relatively clean, but I do eat lunch at my desk when I'm working, so, you know, there's gonna be crumbs. Yeah, let's raid Soulstone. Soulstone VT. So yeah. We're gonna do our normal bone brigade with the little raid fella. If you don't get the raid fella, that's fine. We just do a little bone brigade. But yeah, we're gonna raid Soulstone VT. They are the Dadbot VTuber. They are currently playing Monster Hunter Wilds, which I actually have been playing Wilds a little bit. I'm not streaming it, but I've been playing it a little bit, and it's pretty good so far. Not very far. I'm only like 2 or 3 hours in, but good time. Go support Soulstone. Thanks for watching Twitch. Take care of yourselves. I don't know if they're still here, but thank you, Orion and Ripley again for the raids. Thanks for coming in and the new follows and everything. Take care of yourselves. Have a good one, and I hope to see you next time. Bye, Twitch. Alrighty, YouTube. Let me put my Bone Brigade into Soulstone's chat real quick. Let me see. I need to turn myself down because I will not. My brain will not function otherwise. Let me see. Who do we got? We got a few people. Is anybody live? It's Monday. I never stream on Mondays. Is anybody live on Mondays? This stream is ending. I had like 6 hours sleep. I'm going to sleep. Sounds good, Kurozu. Have a good eve. I'm gonna see if there's anybody to raid. If not, that will be the end. Have a good night, Kurozu. No one's live. I'm gonna just send you to my Left 4 Dead thing with more. But YouTube, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good one, and take care of yourselves. Bye, YouTube.